So I was trying to make some vids and I didn't realize there was so many characters here. Right? So we got for this game have point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and center. So whatever position you want to play, there's probably a player in that position for you. So we're gonna start it from point guard and move all the way to center, right? So we got Momo here, right? Momo has two well-known secrets. First is that her grandmother is famous for. I don't care about this. All right, so we're gonna just talk about their roles and what I believe they can potentially be doing, right? So if you're using Momo, this is like a low difficulty character. She doesn't have high layup / dunk, but good shooting, passing, somewhat able to dribble the ball. I would say this is your person you want to facilitate, but can still score on her own. And even though it doesn't have high for layup, I think she's gonna have somewhat layup, still be able to defend, be fast. That's my opinion, right? But primarily, she's like a ball handler and that can shoot, and get other players involved. So we got Gary here. He's also a handler. But when I look here, even though yes, he can handle, his shooting looks a little low. Layup and dunk look low, dribble. This is someone who can pass the ball. It says handler. I think it's your defender. His perimeter defense is off the chain. And his difficulty level is probably a 2 because his lack of offense. So due to a lack of being able to like shoot the ball and have like maybe like a layup to get to the basket easily, it's probably harder for him to score on offense. But if you can play defense, this will probably be the character you want as a point guard. We got Uncle. You know this is Uncle Drew. I don't care what anyone says. Right? We got Uncle Drew. Oh yeah, this is definitely Uncle Drew. No real kind of defense, layup, shooting, dribble, pass. This is if you wanted to play like, well, if you want to play like Kyrie, if you want to be the ISO and play as the point guard, I think this is the character you're gonna want. Now, as far as defense, I don't know how the defense is gonna work, but this is your offensive point guard. You got your two-way point guard, maybe here. And you got your defensive guard. Let's look at is this QQ? QQ? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Right? She has good passing. She can shoot the ball. She really is a high passer. Knowing this character, this is probably someone who can play passing lanes, and probably make like a pass out of anything and can shoot open shots when given the chance. So I would say this character will probably have a hard time finding a niche with random players, but with the group, this character is probably the best point guard, in my opinion. Again, I have not played the game but one time, right? Now, again, they're going to say handler, scorer, handler, and handler. And I think this is a bad look because once you start looking at the role says scorer, we had a problem with this and just with freestyle players in general. Oh, you're a scorer, you're supposed to score. And it's like anyone can score, just, everyone has a role. So we got Duke here, right? Can pass, somewhat dribble, shoot, got decent layup. So I think it's gonna be more layup than dunk. I think it's gonna be your prototypical player that could double down as a point guard. Doesn't really have defense per se. But seeing this is like, they're probably gonna be fast. So they're probably not gonna be good at, blocking shots, but they'll probably have decent steal, can stay in front of someone, But yeah, this is gonna probably be someone you may not want to play with a point guard unless you use them as a point guard to double down. Well, to players like, a pseudo point guard just so you can move the ball around. So we got Lily. Oh, Lily, a shooter. What was Duke difficulty level? A 1. Wonder why it's a 1. All right, we got Lily at a difficulty of a 2. Can somewhat pass the ball, somewhat dribbling. Got decent, defense. Got shooting. I think this is going to be probably a player that is good with the team. Like, remember that point guard I was telling you about? That probably would be good with the team. This probably might be good with the team too. To be honest, I think this is going to be your character that's your catch and shoot player. If you know what I mean. So we got Jimmy here. Shooting, dribbling. Okay, not as much passing. Layup, dunk. I feel like this will be your ISO shooting guard that can score off the dribble, finish on the basket, but still shoot. May not be a. I think these stats are gonna somewhat lie because it says, oh, similar shooting. I think they're gonna have similar stats, but I think Lily's gonna have more of a kit to score with other players passing the ball to her, and Jimmy's gonna be someone that's looking for like isolations to score. Right? So we got Lu Yao. Lu Yao shooting is crazy. Shooting, decent dribble. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look back at Lily. I think, man, the difficulty level is high. 3 stars. You know, this might be the catch and shoot player. I'm not really reading all this because it's a lot to read. This video will take forever. Right? But yeah, we got shooting, dribbling. But I think this is going to be your premier shooter once players start understanding how the game plays. Then we got Lucky. Lucky, 2 difficulty. They can all shoot. They can just all flat out shoot. So I think if you want to be someone that can shoot the ball, I would actually choose these players. I think these are going to be players that can operate around the mid-range to the 3-point line, no problem. So you can allow yourself to have maybe like an inside big that can score there, or you want to like double up on the outside. But I think these shooting guards definitely open up space. But I think the ones to really look out for as shooters is Lily and Lucky. Honestly, I'm thinking the players. Lily reminds me of like Rin when I'm looking at the stats. And Lucky kind of gives me the Kim look. Like that's the vibe I get, but I could totally be wrong. Right? I can go all these characters to a player probably on 3-on-3 freestyle, but I don't want to do that. Right? We got small forwards. Okay, we got the scorer. I see here shooting, layup and dunk, not allowed to dribble, perimeter defense, and can somewhat pass the ball. This might be someone who operates from like with a couple dribbles, probably want a point guard around that could probably pass him the ball. They probably don't need that point guard to be able to score. Probably want the big more often to score and have someone that can flat out play defense. And if she can play defense, they can have the whole perimeter on lock. Again, I could be wrong. I think this is someone that's going to just take maybe like 1 or 2 dribbles. Like if I'm thinking of an NBA player, I'm thinking of Carmelo Anthony. That's who's coming to mind. Right? We got, wait, wasn't she a power forward? No, she's not. Okay. We got shoot. Okay, I see the dribble, layup, and dunk. This is probably someone who looks to get to the basket more often than not. Probably a lack of a jump shot. You're probably playing this player with a big who can shoot. Honestly, this reminds me of a character that I used to use. And I think this would be like, if I want to use a small forward, this could be a small forward I could get used to using. Probably won't be the big time dribbler. But again, I have not played this game. We got, oh, by the way, these difficulty levels. 2 difficulty, 3 difficulty. The small forwards have high difficulties. We got Owl. Okay. Layup, dunk, shooting, and really. Okay. So, He's a defender at the small forward, it looks like. The layup and dunk. The shooting's on the low end. I think he'll still be able to make a mid-range shot. It's just his 3-point is probably lacking so much. This is probably someone else you really want to play with a big that can like shoot. You're probably saying, why big and not guard? Most of the time, bigs try to play help defense, so you could get around that. And you like to finish by the basket. If the big is on the perimeter, it's harder to have the big help. Okay. And then we got a mirror. Okay. Or Amar. Shooting, layup, and dunk. Okay, this might be like your all-around scorer. Defense kind of on the low end, but it's expected. I really want to see what these stats really look like when the game releases, because we can't see like how the stat actually. Again, I played the game, but I couldn't understand the how to move around the menus. But yeah, it seems like small forward is supposed to be hard, but I really think it's only labeled as hard because you can't shoot threes. You have to learn how to operate mainly around mid-range, and you're going to be living with a lot of two-pointers, my opinion. All right, we got Gola. This guy looks familiar, like I've seen this character on the game before. All right, difficulty levels of 1. Okay, big rebounder, good for layups and dunks. Cannot shoot the ball. So this is like an inside big. It has decent post defense. Cool, I'm with that. Big man role. Okay, see, we're changing roles here. And we still got score. Oh, is this the breakthrough? Y'all know who the breakthrough is. This is the breakthrough. I'm going to have to use this character a little bit. Okay, layups and dunks. Shooting, I think, even though it's not high up, I think this is enough for a mid-range shot. Probably good finishing around the perimeter. Around the basket. Perimeter defense high in the post defense. This is like a big you use in probably in small ball lineups, or just to make the other big have to move more. So probably the difficulty level of 2, and this difficulty is a 1. I actually want to see how this goes. It actually says she has swift, decisive blocks, so I'm really curious how this is working. Right? Tina might be Tina's a character that's gonna pique my interest. She looks like a playstyle I like. Ling, okay. Shooting is better. The dribbling is kind of high. Layup and dunk is high. Or maybe this is the character I want to use. You might say, I thought you were a defender. Yeah, but I know how to bring out the best in players. Right? So we got the difficulty level of 2. Wait, 2? 2 difficulty? Okay. Not really a rebounder. Was Tina a rebounder? Well, a little bit, not really. These are not big time rebounders. So probably gonna have to use like speed to get to some of these rebounds. I hope these are faster players. Okay, what about Siwoo? Oh, well, he's tall. Wait, he's really tall. No, he's not. He's not taller than. Oh no, okay. Got some layup, dunk, the rebound. Okay, block. Okay, I like the fact he looks like he's gonna be a two-way. Oh, sorry, block. Post defense, so he's gonna be able to block. Not really much of a shot. So this is probably like your fast inside power forward that can dunk. Probably get you some nice blocks too. I don't know. Again, I just want to play the game so I can actually see the stats. Okay, we got. I think this is Chi-Chi. Okay. She got. Oh, this is a defender. If she's fast, oh, this is gonna be like someone you want to use as a random player. The rebound isn't off the charts, but that's good rebounding. Okay, enough layup and dunk. Probably dunk on some smaller players. Probably there's no like dunk at will or anything like that. But the post defense, the perimeter defense still looks good. That's great, honestly, for a big. So that means they're playing a small ball lineup. You're like, oh yeah, I still lock that down. I still lock that down. What is it supposed to be? Oh man. We got Diego. That's probably somebody I want to. Yo, look at that. A rebound is crazy. The layup and dunk, crazy. Okay, and post defense. Oh man, it's gonna be Diego about to be my go-to, Mr. Oh, there's a whole other man in that paint. You already know. Layup, rebound, post defense. Okay, not really much of pass, but if he has and that somehow I can just make good passes from IQ and make players better around me, that's great. Look at the difficulty levels of 2. Difficulty level of 3. What? Okay. Thompson is going to be someone else I'm using. I already know that. Look at the shooting. The shooting is off the charts. Can still rebound. Got some post defense. This my Yao Mizi right here. I'm going to be getting buckets. This is probably someone else who I'd want to use with random players, but they got to pass the ball. They don't pass the ball. This is useless. The difficulty levels are 2. Probably rebound isn't as strong. Probably isn't as strong. Probably can counter the small ball lineup, even though it doesn't look like it has defense. But I think if you can play it properly, you can be able to play in small ball lineups and even in big lineups. You may not be able to, to be in the paint and just dominate, but you can make it so the other big can't just stay in the paint and be comfortable. Okay, we got Kent. Kent difficulty is a 1. Man, I'm not gonna lie. For a second, I was reading down Rodman. That's crazy. Difficulty level is high. Post defense high. Rebound and layup and dunk. Wait. What's the difference? Okay, these things look exactly the same. I feel like this is going to be like the defender though. Like he may have some issues rebounding, like with pure stats, but he'll be able to grab boards if you understand how to use them. It could be wrong, of course. This looks like someone I want to play. And then we got Bill. Oh, pass, rebound, post D. Okay, limited everything else. Got some layup and dunk. Oh man, this might be my facilitator as a big. This might be somebody I want to use when I'm playing as a big for fun. If I want to get players involved, even with random players, I think this is going to be fun. But yeah, these are all the players. How many players was that? Okay, so it was 5, 9, 13, 18, 22 players to start off a new game. You got at least 3 players at every position. So, I mean, there's got to be a character here for everyone. If there's not a character here for you, I would say maybe this is not the right game for you. But let me know, who do you have interest in? Honestly, I think I have interest in Bill, Chi-Chi, Thompson, Diego, maybe Kent, I don't know. Like, all the centers just seem good to me. And then with the power forward, I think, Wing? I think Tina's going to be the one I like. I think so, but I think she's going to be popular as well. As far as like small forwards, like I'm probably going to end up playing some small forward because, that's where I kind of was being known for playing as a small forward, even though I wanted to play a center and I wanted to play a point guard. But yeah, tell me who is a certain character that stood out for you where I was talking about it. Hey, maybe I'll get into the beta and then we could talk about stats. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.